for extra baggage, so don't forget to come and pick up your don't leave no pieces.
Hello, it's just a conversation. I jumped on here right quick because tomorrow is doomsday for Diddy. Now, they say that everything is going down tomorrow. Kid Cudi, he did his thing. He talked about how Diddy was standing there looking like a super villain hero. I don't know if it's a hero, but looking like a super villain out the window at him somewhere around when his car blew up. So now, he told that story. Everybody was laughing and cracking up in the court the other day. Now, tomorrow, there is a lady that's supposed to come on. Her name is Capricorn. They call her Capricorn. She was Diddy's assistant. She coming on tomorrow. She gonna do her testimony. Now, from what my man, and I want to give shout out to my guy, Ticket TV. That boy he be on it. He be cooking them people. He be cooking you. So if you want to go on his site, you want to go on his YouTube page and dispute him on P. Diddy and whether P. Diddy is guilty or not, you go right ahead because you finna get cooked. And I don't blame him because this don't make no sense. I don't know why anybody want to stick up for somebody that's caused havoc around everybody's life. This man needs to go to jail. Now, far as I'm concerned, he don't even need a trial. He just needs to go straight to jail. Don't collect $200. Just go straight to jail. But there's so much that's coming out on tomorrow that Capricorn is going to talk about. She going to tell it. She was Diddy's assistant. She's going to tell what all Diddy has been doing and what he's really done to her. Now, there's a chef, too, that he had, and he put his hands on her. But, he made a mistake there, too. So now people are coming out telling what's going on with Diddy. Diddy need to go back to the table and ask them if he can take back what he said and do the 15. Because he's finna do life. And I just heard, I think it was Eddie Griffith, the comedian, say he don't understand what Diddy being charged with. What? He thinking, from what he was saying, Eddie Griffith is saying, he's saying that basically, allegedly, that he's guilty of having freaky sex. No, he's not. Don't nobody care nothing about what kind of sex you want to have, how you want to have it, whatever you want to do. Don't know if the to each his own. Do what you got to do. He's not talking about that, and they overlooking what P. Diddy is doing under all that he's done, which is kidnapping, coercion, sex trafficking, under what else is that? Bribery, all this stuff. It's like 6 things that he's charged, 6 or more things that he's charged with. But they don't realize. I ain't said nothing about freaky sex. Ain't nobody saying nothing about that. Do they realize that under their umbrella comes the RICO Acts? Racketeering. All of that is under there. Now, from what my boy Ticket's saying, I follow him a lot because I can't do the things that I want to do like I want to do it, but I follow him a lot. And what he is basically saying is that all they need is 2 convictions under the racketeering, and he's gone. I think they got 10. And if you only need 2, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. He needs to go to jail. Yeah, under that. They ain't brought up no murders that he done, that I think, allegedly, that he has committed. You can't get me to believe it, but hey, I ain't got no proof. Hey, I'm just like everybody else, word on the street. I'm just saying, he needs to ask them, Your Honor, can you please let me change my plea and I want to do my 15? Because if he don't, he finna do life. He's already 50-something years old. He's not going to make it out of there. At least if he do 15, he'd be what, up in his 70s. He got a little life still kind of left. But see, his lawyers, they all know what's up. They know he can't win this case. So they just gonna milk him for what he, for what he, what he got. He added another lawyer, which was his 10th lawyer, right when the trial began, day 1 or day 2. He added a 10th lawyer, a lady. That didn't do nothing. But if I was a jury, I'd be looking like, this mofo think he can buy his way out. He think he can buy his way out. Because he keeps getting these lawyers, and that's all he want to do is get lawyers, get lawyers, get lawyers. Lawyers ain't going to do nothing. Not nothing. Lawyers ain't going to do nothing. They already know that they working with his lawyers are sad. They sad. They ain't even coming up against Kid Cudi like that. They didn't even come up against Kid Cudi and ask questions that they should have asked. Because they know, about Kid Cudi's dog. What Diddy did to his dog and all this stuff when he broke into his house and all this crap going on. What they did to the dog, because the jury gonna say, wait a minute. There's some animal lovers up there. What you do to the dog? Oh, you ain't got no heart. No. See, so his lawyer wasn't gonna go into nothing like that. Make sure he don't say nothing about that dog. So now the lawyer trying to say, oh, you was upset. You and Diddy was sharing the same girl. Diddy and Cassie was through. At least that's what Cassie told Kid Cudi by the time they hooked up. But see, Diddy thinks once his girl, always his girl. He had Cassie, Kim, who else? I don't think he had Megan at that time. Megan is, not Megan. What is that girl's name? She's a rapper. Not Megan. Lord Jesus, no. Another rapper. He didn't have her, Young Miami. He didn't have Young Miami then, I don't think. But, he had Jennifer Lopez. But he didn't all have, they were all around the same time. Jennifer Lopez, Kim, Cassie, another one that was pregnant by him. I can't remember her name. Can't recall her name right now. And then there was, I think, the one he had the young baby by now. He had about 4 or 5 of them women. Cassie was just a pawn. He played with Cassie. She was a kid. What was she, 19 when she got involved with him? I mean, come on. He knew what he was doing. He was grooming her. So, the whole thing of it is, she grew up, she didn't like it no more, and she gone. A lot of people want to say she was involved too. Yeah, maybe she was from the beginning. But she was a kid. Now she's learning this ain't the way this is supposed to go. And she wanted out. No means no. Whether I've said yes 4,000 or 5,000 times, when I say no, it's no. So, yeah, on tomorrow, Tuesday, baby, they getting ready to come with the blazing guns. Okay? They coming with blazing guns. So I'm not going to be able to actually listen to it like I want to because I have an appointment, but I'm going to be trying to be locked and loaded on listening in as to what's going on. I'll come back to y'all and let y'all know my understanding or my dislikes and likes about what has happened. I'll come back on. We'll talk about it. We'll have that conversation. And I might one day go live this week. I'm not sure when, but I will. But like I say, tomorrow it's going down. And I'm going to be listening to what's happening. Gene Deal was last week was at the trial. He said he saw Diddy in the court, but basically all he could see was the back of his head. He said his hair is gray. He said that. He said it's gray. He said he's a lot thinner, a little thinner. But he said, I really didn't get to see him unless he turns around. I can't see his face. And that's true because he's behind him. So he was there. Tisha Tells, my girl that's on YouTube, she was out there. I was following her too. And a lot of people I follow saw them out there. So they doing their thing. But there's some stuff going on. I don't know who I saw. It was someone on YouTube that showed what was going on outside the courthouse. And man, they showed, I don't know if it was AI or what, but they showed people out there talking, they got wearing black t-shirts and white writing talking about free Diddy. I said, look at these mofos. They out here talking about free Diddy. And somebody called one of the, I don't know if it was a reporter, a journalist, or a YouTuber, was cussing. It was a woman, it was a female. This man was cussing her out, calling her bees and hoes and everything, because she was talking about what was covering the story on P. Diddy. So I don't know the gist of that, but they say stuff is going down outside the courthouse. Man, I wish I could be there. I really do. I wish I could have been there. I'd be on it. But like I say, we got people there that's on the ground that's looking at it, and that comes back and report and let us know. So I'm going to be on it tomorrow as much as I can. I might come live and talk about it, or I might just do a show on it. But whatever I do, I'll keep you guys abreast of what's going on. But like I say, he needs to go to jail. This man's got to go to jail. Ain't no way. But like I keep saying in my mind, I'm going to say it all the way until he's convicted. I feel, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I feel that when Diddy don't see no way out, he finna start singing. Man, he gonna start doing some temptation moves. But he gonna do that Nino Brown on him. He gonna do it. Oh, he got to. This man ain't finna do life by himself. Or you got me. What? He's not finna do life by himself. He gonna do a Nino Brown on everybody. Watch and see what I tell you. If he don't, I'm surprised. I don't know why, but I just have it in my soul. Because he hasn't spoke up, he hasn't said nothing. We ain't heard Diddy said this, nothing. He has nobody backing him up. Nobody. When I say nobody, he ain't got no friends. And all the celebrities are quiet. Everybody quiet. And another thing, did y'all notice? I don't know if y'all noticed, but ain't nobody at his trials. Where's his partners at? Where's his partners at? Ain't nobody there. Ain't nobody there supporting him. Nobody. There's nobody saying, you know, I'm here, I'm going to ride this out, ride or die with my partner until the end. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Nobody. So since nobody's there, everybody's quiet, you know what the answer is. So until next time, around the same time, I'm coming back with some more information. But y'all be ready for Capricorn. She coming, blazing, his assistant. She coming and she's finna tell it. There's some other witnesses too. See, they don't tell us all the witnesses. They don't tell us all who the witness is gonna be. But people are coming out more and more and more and telling more and more and more. Diddy should just hang his head and just go on, because he's spending his money and wasting his time. Because after they find him guilty and they convict him, they're gonna seize all his assets, all of it. So I hope his assets is in somebody else's name. And what I'm thinking, the way the feds work, man, they'll pull them kids in it, them boys, them sons, because you know some stuff is in their name, and convict them, and then seize it then, and then their whole generation is wiped out. He lost everything. But so in the meantime and in between the time, I'll be back with some more news on Diddy and his trial. Okay, talk to y'all later. We just had that conversation. Bye-bye.